All right, good morning, everybody. Today's Wednesday, July 16th. Today we have big news today. We have PPI showing up here at 8:30. Now, PPI, what does that stand for again? It's the change in the price of finished goods and services sold by producers. Actual greater than forecasted is good. Okay. So past PPIs, it's been going down low. It's lower. It has to be greater. It's good for the currency. What am I looking at here? Well, point is that there's news at 8:30, and we're gonna see how market's been reacting. It's already 8:30, so I didn't want to miss the fireworks. Let's see how that's been reacting off. Okay, higher. Just hit London highs right here. And I believe it was 12 a.m. too. Let's see what kind of reaction we get here. Low high as well. So far, I'm feeling pretty bullish. We zoom out for a bit. Head to the weekly. Oh, it's just finishing up my markings this morning. Yep. See that we had lunch sell side liquidity taken. Lower low. We have pre-market lows, pre-Asian highs that were hit via turtle soup. See that? Head down lower. It didn't quite hit London lows, so that could still be considered unfinished business. We have lunch highs from yesterday, London close, New York AM highs, buy side liquidity. So either or, it can be hit too. What am I in favor right now? That's what I wanted to just double check. Disable this. Daily markings. Oh yes, weekly. I'm favoring the external on the buy side, because from this low to this high we have a dealing range. We had just dipped down into premium before we expanded higher. Okay, breaking out external range liquidity, so we're making a new high here. Well, what did I say? We're going to continue up going upwards. I would like to see price return down to either 75% or 50%. We're seeing that now. Price created a new high, dipping back down to 50%, and we're going to use something here to get us up higher. What could be that something? We had a inverse breaker sell that we had here after Monday when it had expanded above it. As it's retracing back down, notice it was reacting around the medium threshold. That's interesting for me to see right there. Let's see, order block here. Okay, so yeah, I would prefer it to keep going higher to aim external range liquidity. So we're going to be using this inverse to get us up there. Dollar is still going up in value, so of course that could mean what? Stocks can still print higher prices. It'll struggle for a little bit, but it can still do so. As well as bonds prices are still dropping a lot lately. Okay, so that's what I'm anticipating right now at this moment. Higher prices. That I'm in favor of reaching up to that old buy side liquidity. So what's going to get us up there? That cracking correlation. That's going to be our first step. That or an alignment of a dealing range with a session liquidity for turtle soup. Let's take a look at that again. Okay, let me set up my markings here. I'm going to set that low to this high. Yep, so I believe this is what the market is referring to right now at this moment. So I'm going to go ahead and update our dealing range low to high. Should not go past further this way. London close. the London highs, that's the one we just breached, in the form of a low, high, 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 higher, high. Same thing, so they're in tandem. Oh, but just look at this. Look at this, y'all. If we're gonna have higher prices, look at how I would have liked for it to react. London lows here. Let me make sure that's accurate. It's that 10 a.m. Yeah, look at this. We had US 100 react a low, higher low, but the US 500 is a low, lower low. So where is that SMT? Right here. Okay. So I would enjoy if price were to cross above 25%, use that as support, aim for higher prices to external range liquidity. Which one is the stronger of the two? Which one's showing the relative strength? And Q is for its failure swing. So we'll see if that will get us to higher prices then. So if we're gonna be aiming for higher prices, which prices can we aim to? Glad you asked that question. First things first, we had the pre-Asia. No, we can delete this. We don't have to refer to. I was aiming for this 12 a.m. highs at London, which were already tapped this morning. See that? So what's next in business? What's next in business is the London lunch, London close, and New York AM highs. So let me go ahead and mark these as well. Hang on, I want to make sure of something here. What was the high of this? 23,181 flat, 23,180, 181. Yep, so this is the higher high. This is the candle at 11:45. Okay. Then we got London close buy side liquidity. And then lastly, we got that external high. Which I really do think we're going to head up there. Okay. And else I want to bring along too is that 12 a.m. open. Now that we can get rid of that. Okay, 12 a.m. open is here. So anything below the opening price, if you want to go long, is a good discount. Get rid of this too. Okay. So what am I seeing here for? What am I seeing here for NQ? We had this high, lower, low. I do think that's be considered our type 2. Type 2 dealing range, okay. Have we closed above 25%? We have. This happened around 4 a.m. See this? So something like this would have been nice. And now you're seeing price react at PPI level. So at 830, and it's going up there. Okay. So it's probably going to be a short one today because I have to be out in like a couple of minutes. So that's why I wanted to decide to stream a little earlier today. So Okay, and what we're referring to here, this high, this low so far. One thing we should be careful for though, however, is this balanced price range. We had from this high to this low and this low to this high, this area is balanced. However, I do think we're going to disrespect this because when we saw about the weekly, we thought that we were reacting off an inverse breaker here, so ideally we want to see that going upwards. This will be provided as like resistance. But however, we had that cracking correlation, have a type 2 short-term daily range up here to this low. I do think that we're going to keep going up higher. How else can we get in this involved? You could also get involved as such. So this is our US 100, okay. So let's move this to the side so it doesn't get distracting, but this is our plan. Right after we saw that cracking correlation, we anchored our 5 minutes high to this low. We're trading the failure swing, not the one that made the complete breakthrough in price. So we'll be anchoring this high to this low for reference, cross 25%, right to 20, went below down to 25% here. This is the 25% I'm referring to. Went below that level, shot up higher. And I still think it's going to continue to shoot up higher because this is the stronger one out of this one and ES. Or in this case, US 100 and US 500. So it's 8 o'clock now. I would be referring to 6 o'clock and seeing how that's been compositing price. So we have low to high. Okay. Look at that. Okay. So we had like a bearish breaker here occur. And as soon as 8 o'clock in the morning opened, notice that high. 22,848.6. When did we open? 22,848.5 by like 0.1 tick here. By like a, yeah. Opened over there, closed just below it, but here it opened at 22,840.3. I'm getting this number here. We opened this at 22,840.2. So again, just put by 0.1 handle. Immediately displaced, used it as support, traded a fair value gap busy. I believe this is our breakaway gap, so we want to see this unfilled, okay, and then expand higher. Where was the open float? Open float was from here to this high to down here this low. Okay. Now we have our 30. So we have 844 and 45. We should compare 730. You have a low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Okay. So we have a little mini type 1 daily range that I would like to see it come back trade down to discount before we could continue to expand higher. And then lastly, we have the 15 minutes. So are we looking like Yep, high, low, higher, low, higher, high. I'm curious, right? Let's step back for a moment. I wonder if that swing low on, let's see here. I mean, Q, we have that low. AM lows too. So it wasn't just this one, it was AM lows too. I'm also seeing a market maker buy model. We have a consolidation, first distribution, first phase distribution. We have that smart money reversal, lower risk buy. Just see if we can get like a reaccumulation, second stage reaccumulation, and then shoot that upwards. We'll see what's going to happen today. Just see this again. Should have that mini macro happen right about now. Oh, I should be finishing up. Actually, I would have already finished. Okay. Which mini macro am I referring to? I'm referring to the one that's at 845 to 848. Sorry, 843 to 848. And it's pulled either an inefficiency or liquidity. Okay. Old highs. Yeah, it's too small down. Let's set up our time marker to finish at 9 o'clock. So I'm looking for price to retrace down to discount here, equilibrium, so that we can aim for higher prices. Let's see. We are already above equilibrium here. As usual, before I would always be trying to find a way to chase this right now. Like, how can I get into something that will be a short so that we can aim for discount or equilibrium? And that will be my biggest failure, because if I'm chasing price, trying to see if I can get in the know, I end up overexposing myself. Could this act as like a breakaway, wanting to stay open? Let's take a quick look at the bonds. This is the 10-year bond. Now I've been telling you guys since like the beginning of this month, I think. Yeah, since like the end of since the beginning of the month, that we'll probably see a behavior like a turtle suit, wanting to use this low to accumulate more long so that we can go up higher. Um, Same thing. So that's going to be the play for bonds. We expect the inverse to happen on interest rates. So nothing will get interested until we reach the 4.51% level or 10-year note. See it retrace up there higher. I wanted to react up to act as like turtle soup so that we can get down lower, so that we can continue either higher prices easily. But remember, if bonds keep going down lower, interest rates should rise. If interest rates rise, dollars should rise. Then we are going to have risk-off scenarios on the stock market. Oh, where did you go? Oh, sorry about that. And again, I'm using the US 100 for live data. For live data, since I don't have the futures live data at the moment. You know, it'd be really cool to see if before the stock market even opens up, a big, huge sell-off just to shake up those weak longs, and then continue up going to higher prices. That'd be interesting. And again, I would be aiming for lunch buy side liquidity, old London close highs, and New York AM session highs. We also have something like this happening. If we disable this, get into our protractions, remove this too. Look at how we're behaving at this opening range gap electronic. Closed above it. Okay. Had we priced to it, up to premium. Inside the internal range and efficiency, head down lower. Tapped it once, tapped it twice. End up going there. Busy. Okay, order block here. PPI numbers came out. I would like to see this act as support now. I also wanted to see, look at this. We had a dark pool stacking of new week opening gaps. Head up higher. The macro has begun, by the way. So we're either going to be running to an inefficiency or liquidity. I favor seeing that something like this going down to this retracement or to this low even. If you want to start planning ahead, now is the time to do so. So you'll be taking these 7 a.m.s, high to low. Notice that high, low, higher, low, higher, high. Okay. So you'll be bringing that over for 10 a.m. And we get the 30 minutes. Excuse me. Low, high. Ooh, I like this a lot actually. If we could retrace back down here, react with this old low behavior for turtle soup, go up higher prices. That would be awesome. So let's draw in our path so that we can come back and check after the fact, because again, I'll be logging off soon here in a bit. Turtle soup, head up higher. Okay, so if you're watching this stream, or if you're interested about my idea, this is what I'm envisioning to see in the future. Oh, look at that. Low, higher, high, higher, high, but this was the failure swing. High to low, low to high, okay? So high, higher, high. Want to trade the breaker, so you want to go to something like this. Trade it below 25%, so that will be your entry. But what do we have in terms of balanced liquidity? Low to high, trade down low, down lower again. Okay, perfect. So you want to probably get into like a short here. Oops. Sorry, please mind the gap here, y'all. I'm really just trying to see if we could do a 5-handle stop loss. Okay, aim for where? Possibly aim for that low here. This is just a test idea. Hold up. This is a good scalp. I mean, 2.4 RR. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Excuse me. I'm just trying out this idea. Okay, it's about to be 9. And it's already 9 o'clock. So we opened up here. Opened low, made the high of the hour, closed here. See how we're trading back down to equilibrium here? And now we'll see, will we get that expansion lower? 22,894.6, 22,894.1. Yeah, so that's a low, high, higher, low, higher, high. Okay, so for the first 15 minutes, I want to see this get filled quickly. Like from here to this low, fill quickly. Okay, notice how we closed below 75%? Not yet. We're looking for 6254.5 to be close below. This could also be a sensitive point here, equilibrium. Since we're scalping and we close below 75%, done. Let's see if it keeps going lower. Okay, so since I have to go, I'm gonna just leave it at that. We're gonna be seeing price head down into discount into that type 1 dealing range, only for it to expand up going higher to reach this lunch buy side liquidity from yesterday. At this time, I'm anticipating it to go into discount. That's why you're seeing me do this quick short. And again, this is just a hypothetical trade, right? Gonna see and see what happens. I think I would have been stopped out at this time. Yeah, there it is. That's okay. At a 5 cent, 5 handle stop loss. Just the idea of like going in there looking for 5 handles. It's just there. No problem though. All right, so we'll see how the rest comes into fruition, and I'll check on you guys later. Okay? Have a good one.